Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a mod called Uganda Knuckles. This is one of those things where I'm not exactly sure why it exists for BeamNG.drive, but it does. There's Uganda Knuckles in BeamNG.drive. Again, I'm not sure why, but there it is. So what can you do with it? Well, we can crash into it, and we can put it in cars. We can make it stand upright, hopefully. Great, now we can actually go and hit it with the truck. You just see like a red dot off in the distance. Like, that's him. That's the target. So we're gonna hit it. We're just gonna see what happens. Like, let's say you've heard one too many, will you show me the ways? And you're just like, enough is enough. I'm not showing anybody any way. I'm just gonna crash into them with my truck. Ooh, that popped him into the air. And we got some vibrations going on right there. That was interesting. Is he gonna get stuck on the... Nah, I thought he might get stuck on those electricity lines. He did not. Instead, he's just gonna chill and roll down the hill. Like, he looks like he's having a good old time just sliding down the hill on his back. How far is it gonna go? I did not realize that he would just keep sliding. I kind of want to see if he ever comes to a stop or if he just keeps going and going and going. Okay, wait. I think he might be slowing down just a little bit. Yeah. Well, he went a pretty far distance before he got stopped, so I'll reset the dude and then reset the truck. And now what if he was the driver of the truck? Yes, this sounds stupid because it is. We're going to try it anyway, so we'll teleport him nearby, then we're going to hit F11 to go to the map editor. Once we're in the map editor, we're going to hit J to freeze physics, Shift C to move the camera separate from the objects. We're going to go up here, we're going to go to the object editor, and we want the move selection tool to just kind of move him into the area of the truck. So we'll select the little floating icon right there, getting him up into the air and towards the truck. This is working great, great, great. Maybe a little bit to that side. Perfect. Now we need to rotate him. So, whoops, that's the wrong rotation. We can undo. That's the rotation we need. A little bit lower. This is perfect. He's so fat. Okay, actually, you know what? There's two possible ways of doing this. One is that he has his arm out the window, and two is that he's sitting right in the middle. I kind of like the idea that he's sitting with his arm out the window, so we're going to do that. So let's line up the truck with his head kind of like so. That looks perfect. All right, F11 to go back into the game. J to unfreeze physics. And there we go. That looks as stupid as I imagined. Let's see if he actually stays in the truck properly or not. Yeah, that's working. And I really wish there was a roll down windows button because it does look kind of absurd, him just sticking his arm literally through the window. But that's the best we can do at the moment. And it's working great, actually. He's not moving or anything. That's awesome. Okay, here's a really dumb idea. Can we drive by something really close where it's like just his fist hits it? So like right up here. Oh, the hill messed it up. We gotta find somewhere that we can drive really close to without crashing, which is hard at speeds. I'm sure I could do it if I was going slow, but doing it with that kind of precision at 50 miles per hour, now that's where it gets hard. So how about right here? Precision driving. Close. Close. We got another pole coming up, though. We're going to try to hit this one, too. Precision. That's way too far away. We're going to hit the next one. You know, it'd be easy to hit him on the other side because we'd have the road near us. It's too late now, though. This looks perfect right there. Got it. Okay, so that definitely hit him. Did it do any sort of damage to his hand? Nope. It looks perfectly fine. And now we got to make this truck symmetrical. So I'm going to try to take off the mirror on the right side as well. And we'll do it right on this pole. That seems like as good as any other one. That looks pretty good. Oh, a little too close. I tore off the door. But I did tear off the mirror, which was the goal. So in the end, that's a success. And I think this thing should still be drivable so we can have a crash to see what happens to the character in a collision. I would expect him to hold up if his fist held up when I crashed into the pole. Let's find out. We're going to probably be going pretty fast because of this downhill right here. Because we're already up to 60 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour, 80. And once we hit 90, we are going to dive into the pole. All right, so we're going to hit this one right here, 95 miles per hour. Let's see what happens. That looks so ridiculous. But it's working. He stayed in the car. Well, he looks pretty much undamaged. It's a little bit hard to tell with all the truck all over the place. So what I could do is I could go ahead and reset the truck and then go back to him, and somehow he's standing up. Are you serious? He's so strong. He's just standing up. Okay, he's fine. A small little crash is not going to affect him one bit. That means we need a faster car then. Now I'm thinking if we just spawn up a car in this exact same spot, he might stay sort of in it. Let's see. I don't actually expect it to work, but no, that's not even close. Oh my goodness, he is huge compared to this car. I don't think he'll fit. We gotta try to make him fit though. I'm gonna go back in map editor and see what happens. So let's see here. We're gonna do the same thing we did before. So we're gonna grab the Knuckles. I think that's the Uganda Knuckles right there. Nope, that's not him. That's him. And we're just gonna move him sorta towards the car. And that's how it would have to be because his feet are gonna be dragging on the floor otherwise. Look. Like a little bit lower, there's his feet sticking out the ground, so that's as low as he can go. And no matter what, you can put it in the car, on the car, it's gonna look stupid. So you know what, make it as stupid as possible. Make him like right in the center of the car, having his head sticking out the car and his arms sticking out with just his body in it. That's perfect. Alright, back into the game. And then we're gonna unfreeze physics, and he fell a little bit, but he's still in the car, so I guess it'll work as long as his feet aren't dragging on the ground, are they? Nope, we're clear. All right, this should be fine. So let's get this thing up to about 150 miles per hour. That's what I'm going to aim for. Don't know if I'll be able to on this terrain, though, because it's a little twisty, but we do have a fast car, so I only need a small straight to get up to those kinds of speeds. There's 120. All right, we're going to get close. There's 30, 40, and let's just call it 40 because there's a nice pole right here to smash into. I'm waiting for it, perfectly lined up. This is gonna be good. 150 after all. How about 16 times slow-mo? That was a hard hit. That was an extremely hard hit. And he's okay. He's okay. He looks as ridiculous as always. But as far as I can tell, he's okay. Let's get the car out the way. Well, actually, let's take a look at the car. That thing's beat up. All right, now get the car out the way. And completely unharmed. At least as far as I can tell. Let's try to flip it upright and make sure. It's still upside down, man. You should know the way. You need to be upright. Thank you. Yeah, he looks fine. I think what we need is more speed. So, let's swap maps. We're going to go to Brutal Slope to really test this thing. He has been perfectly placed in the vehicle. Now the vehicle is ready for the collision. We're going to back up a little bit first and do a violent maneuver, which will not affect him at all because he is so strong and sturdy. But what hopefully will affect him is the collision at the bottom of the slope. Uh-oh, over rev damage, that's not good. Thankfully, the power of gravity is what accelerates us here, so it really does not matter that much. Should be able to get up to well over 200 miles per hour using the Rancher, which will give us a really nice crash. I'm thinking we'll do 2 crashes maybe. One that's a roof crash and one that's a head-on crash. We'll see what the head-on crash looks like before I decide that for sure. So 215 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour for the head-on collision. And we're going to do 100 times slow-mo here. And let's see what happens. You're going to get squished this time. Oh, yeah. I broke him. I finally broke the Uganda Knuckles. Okay, I can't see nothing because it was just a fireball. But if we remove the fireball, you can see he don't look right no more. That's just a little too fast, I guess. Alright, well, I said I was going to do 2. We might as well do another one where we do it on the slightly less damaging collision. At least I hope it'll be slightly less. We'll see how it holds up. You know, this was interesting enough, though, I might also do a leap of death with this. Again, just to see what happens. So I'm going to keep the speed a little bit lower this time. We're going to go for like 180 on the convertibilizer. I got to keep it slow with my brakes every now and then. That's the only thing you can do in this situation. Probably going to be going way too fast if I just let it coast. Yeah. Well, you know, on the convertibilizer, you can go faster. So let's do that. Let's just hit the convertibilizer at 200 miles per hour again. We'll see what happens. This time we'll lose 16 times slow-mo only. Actually, 100 times worth it. Worth it. Do the limbo. I think he's okay. I think he survived that because he just kind of limboed under it. The truck, however, did not survive it. It is no longer drivable. We'll get the truck out the way. Take a look at him. So he is perfectly intact, and he even looks just as happy as always. He must have found his queen. Anyways, we're going to finish this up with a leap of death, and I won't bore you with the setup for this, so I'll be right back once everything's all set up. We are set up and ready to go. This is Uganda Knuckles Fire Chief Edition. Because again, I like the color matching idea. Even though it makes it hard to tell exactly what's going on, I feel like Uganda Knuckles the kind of dude who would have cars that color match him if he would have a car. I'm not sure why he would have a car, but if he did, he would color match it to his body. Alright, so slow this down all the way to 100 times slow-mo, and we're going to see if he survives. Okay, a little too soon. There we go. Oh, the glass just shattered before we actually hit anything. He wants to get out. He's like, I ain't having none of this. Let me out. Alright, car disintegrating, and I think Knuckles ain't doing so well either. Is it okay to just refer to him as Knuckles? Do you have to say the full title every time? It just feels too long. I will let it go a little bit farther before we reset the vehicle. I want to see one more impact, and then we'll take a look at the Uganda Knuckles and see if he's okay. Alright, it's good enough. Let's take a peek. He's fine! He is completely fine! Except now he's kind of tumbling out of control, but I think he's so light, he just will never actually do that much damage to himself when he hits the ground. Like, he's just going to bounce everywhere until he gets to the bottom. One thing we could do, though, we could bring him up to the top, okay? Take him out of the fire chief vehicle, because he's no fire chief anymore. He's been fired. And then we're going to do increase in gravity. We're going to increase it to, well, I don't want to do quite sun gravity, but I want a lot of gravity. So how about, like, about 100 gravity? And we'll see. Is it damaging him? No, he is still unbreakable, even at these high gravities. And it's hard to even see what's going on. He's falling so fast, yet he's unbreakable. That's crazy, man. They're too strong. It's no wonder they overwhelmed VR chat with this kind of strength. Anyways, that'll do it for this video. I can't tell what's going on anymore. This has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.